On the Hobo road, I roll alone.
Welcome back, my Silver Shadow scouts, my gravel gray ghosts, my wrinkle-wise wanderers of the whispering weeds. Hobo Yeti here from a mossy patch behind a hardware store where the sprinklers respect no elder and the pigeons carry themselves like landlords. Tonight we're talking about stealth camping over 70, that noble chapter of life where your knees sound like popcorn, your back files formal complaints, and yet somehow your instincts are sharper than a raccoon with reading glasses. Youth may bring speed, but age brings suspicion, patience, and the supernatural ability to detect nonsense from 3 counties away. At 70, stealth camping isn't about crawling through brambles to prove a point. It's about cunning, comfort, timing, and refusing to let a folding chair become your final enemy. You move slower, yes, but slower can be quieter, smarter, and dramatically more stylish. So tighten your bootlaces, salute your ibuprofen, and let us glide magnificently into the moonlit nonsense. 1. Choose easy terrain like a professional coward. At 25, a person might leap a ditch, scramble a fence, and sleep on a slope made of roots and regret. At 70, you look at that same terrain and say, absolutely not, Satan. Wisdom means choosing flat ground, short walks, and exits that don't require a rescue helicopter or 3 teenagers named Braden. A perfect stealth spot isn't hidden behind 6 miles of briars. It's nearby, quiet, level, and reachable without inventing new joint pain. Think edges of unused lots, tucked tree lines, gentle rises, calm corners where nobody has scheduled nonsense. Pride says conquer the mountain. Experience says sit near the bushes and preserve your ankles. The owl on the branch may judge you, but the owl has no sciatica. A flat campsite is sometimes the greatest luxury ever invented. 2. Arrive early enough to see, late enough to vanish. Timing becomes art. Show up too early and you're suspicious. Show up too late and now you're pitching camp by braille while muttering at shrubs. Over 70, you want enough daylight to inspect the ground, note the ant colonies, locate the sprinkler heads, and identify whether that log is in fact a shopping cart with ambitions. Then you settle in quietly as the world loses interest. You're not sneaking like a cartoon burglar. You're blending like wallpaper with opinions. Calm movement, no drama, no frantic unpacking like a magician who forgot the rabbit. The younger crowd may rush in under cover of darkness. You arrive like a retired field marshal with a thermos and a schedule. Stealth loves timing almost as much as knees love sitting down. 3. Comfort is no longer optional theater. There comes an age when sleeping on roots stops being rugged and starts being a hate crime. Over 70, padding matters, warmth matters, dryness matters. If something can prevent pain tomorrow, it becomes noble equipment instead of extra weight. A smarter bed setup means you wake up functional instead of unfolding like a haunted lawn chair. The body now sends invoices for every bad decision, often before sunrise. So use the better pad, the warmer layer, the decent pillow substitute, the small luxuries that keep morale from wandering off into the trees. Survival isn't only staying alive, it's remaining human enough to laugh at dawn. Miserable sleep turns every twig into an enemy diplomat. Nothing ages a person faster than pretending the ground is your friend. 4. Move less, notice more. Youth relies on action. Age can rely on observation. You don't need to stomp around checking every bush like a mall cop of the forest. Sit still, listen, learn the rhythm of the place. Which road goes quiet? Which dog barks at nothing? Which porch light clicks off late? Which train announces itself like an emotional trombone? Stillness gives you information that hustle never hear. Over 70, you can let the world reveal itself while you conserve energy like a wise old lizard. A person charging around with a headlamp may feel productive. A person quietly watching for 10 minutes often wins. Sometimes the best move is to become decorative shrubbery with excellent judgment. 5. Use shortcuts the young don't understand. You know things, how weather smells before it turns, which neighborhoods mind their business, how to pack in the same order every time, how to keep essentials where hands find them in the dark, how to tell if a place feels wrong before logic catches up. And younger campers may have stronger legs, but they often waste effort reinventing mistakes already discovered in 1987. Over 70, you can survive on systems instead of stamina. Tiny habits save huge energy. Always place shoes the same way. Always know your light. Always keep water reachable. Always leave nothing scattered. Routine becomes invisible horsepower. Experience is basically cheating with wrinkles. 6. Respect the bathroom equation. There are glamorous survival topics, and then there is reality at 2:13 a.m. Over 70, the midnight bathroom issue enters the chat wearing boots. That means site choice matters even more. You need safe footing, clear paths, and no obstacle course between you and dignity. Don't build a nest so intricate you need a map and 2 passwords to exit it. Keep essentials organized. Keep movement simple. This is not weakness, this is logistics. Entire empires have fallen over poorer planning. If a young viewer laughs now, time will educate them with enthusiasm. Nothing makes strategy feel urgent like a bladder with military authority. 7. Stay warm before you feel cold. At this age, waiting until you're freezing is like waiting until the canoe sinks before discussing paddles. Layer early, adjust early, eat a little before bed if you can. Keep dry things dry. Don't perform the old heroic nonsense of shivering nobly into the stars. The stars are indifferent and frankly smug. Temperature management becomes less about toughness and more about foresight. A wise elder camper sees the chill coming and handles it before misery rents a room. You're not losing grit, you're gaining standards. The cold loves pride and hates preparation. 8. Keep the exit ridiculously simple. If weather changes, people appear, or your body says, "We are done here," you need to leave without turning it into slapstick theater. Pack in a way that collapses fast. Know where shoes, coat, and light live. Don't spread gear across the county like a yard sale for squirrels. Over 70, simplicity is speed. You may not sprint, but you can be ready. The goal is calm mobility, not dramatic fumbling while apologizing to a bush. Every item should have a home, and every home should make sense at dawn. A clean exit is the stealth camper's standing ovation. 9. Your presence should leave no story behind. Stealth means no trace, no mess, no mystery pile of nonsense for strangers to puzzle over. At 70, you've likely seen enough public foolishness to know better. Leave the place cleaner than you found it if possible. Disturb little. Respect space. Be the rumor that never formed. There's dignity in passing through quietly, taking care, asking nothing from the land except a few safe hours. You're not conquering nature. You're borrowing a corner of it and returning the key. The finest campsite is the one nobody can prove existed. 10. Own the humor of it all. There you are, 70 plus, crouched behind some bushes, adjusting a sleeping pad while muttering at the moon like a distinguished goblin. It's absurd. It's inconvenient. It's strangely noble. Laugh. Laugh when the owl sounds offended. Laugh when your knee negotiates terms before standing. Laugh when you realize your stealthiest move tonight was slowly sitting down. Humor keeps hardship from becoming identity. It reminds you that even difficult chapters contain ridiculous little fireworks of life. If you can grin at the nonsense doesn't own you. Sometimes survival is just refusing to be less funny than your circumstances. Stealth camping over 70 is not a lesser version of youth, it's a refined one. Less ego, more intelligence, less proving, more knowing. The miles may be shorter, but the wisdom goes farther. You learn that comfort can be tactical, patience can be power, and a slow, careful step can beat a reckless sprint every day of the week. If the world insists on being noisy, you become quiet on purpose. If the path gets rough, you get clever. If the body complains, you negotiate with snacks and better padding. I hope your road is a good one. And if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. And remember, sometimes the oldest boots know the hidden trail better than any fresh pair ever will. Take care. If you want to support Hobo Road and help keep me talking thoughtfully into the void, hit the links in the description or on the channel page. You can use PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or Patreon. You can also join the membership for $1.99 a month for loyalty badges and custom emojis to use in your comments. You also get highlighted profiles in live chats. You can pick up The Weight of Silence, the Homeless Survival Handbook ebook, or the audiobook on Google Play. There's merch as well. Every dollar helps keep the lights on, the batteries charged, and the road going.